Hello everybody, Tyler Airing, better known as Mr. T by my students, here with another unboxing video. I've got a couple things on the table here that you might be able to see. This is one of my personal favorite products that we have with OHS TV Studio that we've been using. I also use one of these for my personal podcast that I have, which is called the Now Airing Podcast, which you can see right here. Most of our episodes are on Spotify. I do have a little TV studio, or I do have a little YouTube channel that I really haven't used a whole ton. But the school year gets busy, I don't do as many podcasting. But this thing is awesome for multiple uses. It's a podcaster's dream. If you're just trying to do an audio podcast, you really don't need any more than this. You can do everything off of the Tascam Mixcast 4. I do have some videos out on our YouTube channel here for OHS TV Studio talking about how to actually use this device. Today I'm going to show you basically just the unboxing, and I'll talk a little bit about the features and things like that that go along with it. Also, you might see sitting on the table here are a pair of Audio Technika broadcasting headset. This thing is awesome. This is the best headset that I have personally found. Shout out to Audio Technika, super high quality product, and here's what I can tell you about it. So this headset has obviously a microphone coming off of it. Microphone picks up extremely clear quality. And then also the earmuffs, they're not so suctioned to your head that they're completely noise canceling, but they're extremely very comfortable. So I have a pair of some noise canceling studio headphones, and myself and the students that I have in class, they complain a little bit about it. It's just too much tension on the head. I think these are a happy median. They're not too loose and they're not too tight. Very nice. The really nice thing about these guys though is that the microphone part, in the same cable here, there is a microphone cable, and then also there is a 1/4-inch cable that is for the headphone piece. So it's all in one, and it works really well with the Tascam Mixcast 4 because they have the microphone inputs on there, and then also 1/4-inch cables, 1/4-inch inputs for the headphone part too, and you can do it all from here. The guests that I have on my podcast, they talk about how great the sound quality is. It's got monitoring on here on the Tascam Mixcast 4, and it also has sound effects and things like that. We'll get into that more, but the beauty of it is you don't even need a computer. You can actually record the audio all off of this device right onto an SD card, and your podcast is ready to go, and you can upload it somewhere. So let's really get into this real quick. So before I open this thing up and show you exactly what the content of the box has, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the applications that I actually use it for. So I've already talked a little bit about podcasting. It's a podcaster's dream. If your goal is to do podcasts, then this is a great product for you. If you just want an audio podcast, this is great. Now, it does have other purposes as well. So we do live broadcasting for both a live weekly newscast that our students in class run, and then we also do live broadcasting of sporting events. So this has a USB-C port off of the back of it, and I run that USB-C port straight into a laptop, and we are able to get this to show up as an audio device in our Streamlabs studio or OBS software, whichever one you want to use. Currently, we've been using Streamlabs a little bit more recently, but both are doing the same exact thing, essentially. But we run it right into there, and then this is actually what I use as my video or my audio mixer for our live broadcast and our weekly newscast. So, live broadcasting-wise, I use these awesome broadcasting headsets. I usually, if I'm doing the broadcast, me and our color commentator, we will both be wearing the headsets going straight through the Mixcast 4 and straight into the computer. Gives great audio to those that are watching the live broadcast, and I can't really be any more happy with it. So it works great for a broadcasting application. It works great for a podcasting application. I can't really say enough good things about this product. I've used it for about a year, and I actually liked it so much that I bought a second one for our classroom. In previous videos, I mentioned that we have an actual podcasting room at the school now, along with a studio room where we do live weekly newscasts. So it made sense for us to have more than one of these things. The only thing that I wish, and I need to do some more research, I wish Tascam would make this device, but with like 8 channels. I could really use the extra mic inputs, especially in our studio. I've got a couple other things I'm trying. I'm in a local band. We have the Yamaha MG16XU that we don't use anymore. So I'm going to try to incorporate that because it's got, I think 12 mic channels in it that I could use. for the newscast, but we'll see. Without further ado, I've talked enough. Let's go ahead and just get this thing open. So, open this thing up. Obviously, this is not my first time opening one of these, but it is the first time I've made a video opening one. So, as we open this thing up here, we got some corrugated cardboard here. I'm going to go ahead and see what's in these little bags, and I will show you. I have a feeling this is going to be our... Yeah, so it actually comes with the USB-C cable, so that's nice. I'll show you here what that looks like. So it's just in a little baggie here. It's USB-C from the back of the audio mixer straight into another USB-C that can go right into the computer. Works great. Never really had any connectivity issues with it. Very, very happy with that. And then it comes with obviously different plugs for different outlets in different countries. I'm in America, so the plug that's on it is going to work for me. But if you are somewhere else, you have the plugs that will work somewhere else as well. So, you know, I've never, the only time I've ever gone out of the country is I've gone to Mexico, but I've never gone over to like the UK or something like that, and from what I've been told, they use different outlets over there. So, if you're in the UK, you have an opportunity to have the outlet that you need. So, other thing that I have here is the power supply. So the power supply on these I actually really like. It's got like, you know, the DC plug-in. I don't know if DC is correct terminology, and if I say some incorrect terminology on here on cables or something like that, I apologize. But not only does it go in, but it also screws in. So it's got, I'll show you, right here is what we're looking at. This end right here goes in just like normal, but then it's also got a screwing mechanism as well. So if somebody were to walk by and accidentally pull on it, it's not just going to shut your device off because it is latched into the actual mixer itself. So that's what we have there. And let's go ahead and get to the next spot here and pull out the mixer itself. So obviously we've got the product manual. Product manual comes in several different languages. English, French, Espanol, Dutch, Italian, and it looks like maybe Japanese. So that is what your product manual is going to look like. And then when we get into the actual product itself, I come around front here real quick, show you how much I love this mixing board. Come up real quick. So, what are we looking at here? So like I said, I've got some other videos out there. I encourage you to go look those up if you're really looking for an idea on how to use this. It is a metal design, so it doesn't feel cheap. It's got some weight to it. I'd say closer to 7 to 10 pounds maybe, and maybe my judge on weight is off, but that's what I would guess. It does have this digital screen here, and you'll be able to see your levels and everything like that whenever you're plugged in. Also where you'll be able to, you can name the files that you're recording onto here. You can, you know, input new. It's got some standard soundboard clips like applause, things like that. That you can push these pads, but you can assign your own sounds to those pads if you have certain things you want to be able to pop up in your podcast, on your broadcast, whatever that may be. You're going to notice that there's more than 4 knobs here, and that's for a couple different reasons. These first 4 knobs are the volume levels of the microphones that you have inputted. The 5th knob here is for a connection if you were to connect directly into it. And I'll be honest, I've never actually used this 5th one. The next one is for a phone, if you were to connect a phone to do like a call or something like that on there. Then you obviously have Bluetooth. So the podcast that I run, we have, it opens up with a song from the band I'm in. I'm in a band called Barely Covered, shout out to Barely Covered. But it always opens with a song from the band that I'm in, and I can, you know, start the song and then fade it out and do my, you know, corny little welcome that I have for my podcast. And then this one is going to be the soundboard that's over here. So that's the, you know, the channels that you're looking at. Up here in the top, you have monitors. So you're able to, you know, have an overall monitor out mix, and then you have one individual for each of the headphones that you're plugged in. That's why I said I really like those Audio Technika broadcasting headsets, because it's all in one. The microphone and the microphone and the headset itself are all connected, and they'll plug into the back together, and I'll show you that. You can make a mark inside your recording. So that's what this mark button is here. And then you can record. When you want to start recording your podcast, there's a simple record button. And then during your podcast, if you would like to be able to pause and return, maybe you got to run to the restroom or something like that, you can hit that button again to pause and then restart it by just clicking it again. Stop means your podcast is over and you're ready to name your podcast or audio clip like that. Now, you do not have to be using the record feature to actually be able to use this. So, for example, whenever we're doing our live broadcasting of sporting events or the weekly newscast, we're not actually recording the audio in the interface at all. It's purely acting as a mixing board. So that's literally it. And now the only other thing that you really need to see on this guy is the back. So here's what I really like. So through here you have your 1 through 4 mic inputs. Your XLR cables get plugged into here. And then because those headsets that I use that I like so much, those Audio Technika broadcasting stereo headsets, they have one cable, but then it branches off. It's got a mic cable, and then it's also got a 1/4-inch headphone cable. So literally, I can have both of them plugged into one headset, and it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. If you don't have a broadcasting headset, you could always just do a mic and then your own headset as well. It's just you're gonna have 2 different cables running everywhere, and personally, I prefer the broadcasting headset. Over here you have an input selection, so you could actually input. This is something like I said, I haven't done. You could do it with a device, a phone or something like that, or you could do it with a line in audio cables, but you have to choose which one you're going to use if you're doing that. Here's that micro USB, or that's not, I think it's USB-C, I believe. Apologize if I said the wrong term here, but this goes straight from the mixing board itself to my computer. My computer recognizes it in Streamlabs as an audio device, and that's basically how I connected it. Right here is nice. This is your SD card slot. So you open this guy up, SD card goes in there, and then if you're recording a podcast directly from this thing, it will record on the SD card that you have slotted in right here. Obviously, this is the spot where the power goes, and then this is your power button. It's pretty much it, guys. There's not really a whole lot else to it. There's a line out if you were trying to line out to, like, I guess a speaker or something like that. Also a feature I've never used. Maybe I'm not even explaining it right. But regardless, that's the Tascam Mixcast 4. I think this is a great product. I think they've done a great job with it. And they've basically shown you in this video everything that you can expect when you're unboxing this thing. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to subscribe to our OHS TV Studio YouTube page. Over the summer, I'll be doing some product reviews, some reviews of what setting my classroom up is going to look like for the upcoming school year, how my students will utilize that. There'll be some tutorial videos on here, not only for the masses on YouTube, but also for my students to watch to be able to figure out how to use our gear. And then obviously we do, once the school year starts, we'll have our weekly newscast, we'll have our monthly newscast, we'll have our live broadcast, we'll have our videos about various things going on around school. We'll have our short series that we do, and we even do a little bit of video game streaming. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking out OHS TV Studio, and we appreciate anyone that subscribes, comments, or likes the video. Thank you, and have a great day.